Hello everybody, this is Ross Eckert from my YouTube channel, Woodsman6119. In my travels this past couple weeks I've been to California to see my daughter graduate high school, and that was a necessity for me. We walked 1 week and we were just north of Winona, Minnesota. Anyway, on our way back down to where we left off at, just north of Winona, we had to come back home, and we took care of some business, and we stopped in Bismarck yesterday and videotaped Dustin Gavrilau, the director of the North Dakota Taxpayer Association. Now we're in Fargo. We're headed back down, and I stopped by the radio station here today to talk to Scott a little bit. Scott Hennon, he's the owner of AM 1100, The Flag, here in Fargo. A conservative talk show host himself. And I decided I wanted to videotape some of the people around him. I want to videotape Scott later on. But I wanted, since this walk is not about me, it's about other people's views and other people's ideas about what's going on within our country. And Curtis here is one of the people who works with Scott. And I met him last year, and he's a good man. Got good views in my mind, you know.
Thank you.
And well, I'm just going to, since it's not about me, I want him to talk about his views on the American spirit, the American dream, freedom, whatever he wants to talk about, and just explain to you kind of what he does here at the station. And just go for it, my friend.
Thank you. I guess it's probably easiest to start with what I do here for Scott and the station. I'm the news director for AM 1100 The Flag, as well as the head reporter and news director for PlainsDaily.com. For the radio station, I prepare broadcast news, which unfortunately gets a little bit short, which is where the other side of my job comes in. Writing for PlainsDaily.com, one of the things we really emphasize with that website is to find an angle to things that isn't getting the amount of coverage that it should be, and a lot of that has to do with stances and biases that you see in other mainstream media outlets. So we get a chance to really delve into some of the issues, take a look at a more conservative perspective. We really focus on making sure that the sound policies that we need as a country are being carried forth, mostly by our local leaders here in the upper Midwest. We deal mainly with Minnesotans as well as North Dakotans and some South Dakota news as well, to really get that Midwest news out into the public, because there are a good number of values here that if we follow them, if we stick to them, and we hold fast to those values, it can lead our country into a great place, and always an onward and upward endeavor when we're talking about national policy. We were talking about freedom just a second ago. We got asked about that, and freedom and the idea of the American dream or the American spirit. And for me, it all kind of comes down to one encapsulating concept, and that is self-reliance. I think we've seen that throughout our entire history, whether it be, you know, forming our own country, or you know, virulently defending our positions on foreign policy, civil rights, anything of that nature. Every time you look at an issue, it comes down to Americans taking the opportunity and the ability to stand on their own 2 feet, to pull themselves up by their bootstraps, and to make something of themselves in a direction that they want to go. And I think that's the freedom component that we see when you're talking about self-reliance, is to be able to take a direction or a path that you want to go on your own, which is a lovely segue into what Ross is doing, in that he's chosen a path himself to be self-sufficient in carrying that message himself, and he's done it on behalf of a lot of other people. And that's the glory and graciousness of self-reliance, is that we can come to a place where we can not only help ourselves and stand on our own 2 feet, but we can help the people around us. And so that's why I think Ross's walk is really kind of a unique and necessary item to draw attention to the issues at hand, and to be able to speak for a multitude of people who, for whatever reasons, can't get their voices out there. And so I think it's really an excellent example of the American dream as I see it, and that ability to be your own person.
Well, Curtis, I'll tell you what, thank you.
You bet.
And I appreciate what you do here at the station, because it does touch a lot of people as well. And that's what this is all about. It's us standing together, and not we're individuals and we all stand alone, but the only way we can make change is by standing together. And I thank you for helping me with this video, and doing what you do.
Well, you're certainly welcome at any time.
Well, God bless you, my friend, and may your path be blessed.
Well, you too. Thank you.
You bet.